So let's all be honest, more than one of us felt a lot of stupid mixed with a core bit of what? When we seen the last 15 minutes or so of BioShock Infinite, which went from us trying to get to Paris to being drowned by alternate reality versions of our daughter so quickly the suddenness of the plot change gave us all fucking whiplash. Well, now we're going to explain it all, what it all means and how it all makes sense. If you think of anything during the video that contradicts what I'm saying or has anything to do with Luteces or Rapture, all for another video, I assure you. Now, let's get stuck in there.
Destroy the Siphon.
And that's what you want?
It's the only way we'll find the truth. About my finger, Comstock, everything.
We finish off the hypocritical Vox, and we come across Monument Island one last time. We then use Songbird to tear the thing to freaking tatters. Now, the reason for this is that not only did the Siphon harness Elizabeth's powers, it also restrained them. Hence, when it's destroyed, she goes all Super Saiyan and gets full control of her powers once again. She then made me choke in my tea and dumps us in Rapture, where we get to watch Songbird's really fucking sad death. It gets drowned and it gets crushed by pressure. It's like the scariest and most painful ways to die wrapped up in one shitty package.
It's okay. It's alright. I'm here. Just let go. There you go. There you go.
Elizabeth, I'm sorry.
You then take a look around, or just straight ahead, see the Big Daddy and little sister, and suddenly realise that this is Rapture. Up to this point, many people thought the games were not related. Well, they are, you fucking idiot. Elizabeth tells us Rapture is just another door, another possibility, another world, with a few constants and variables mixed up a bit. It was just another universe where, instead of a floating city, we got a sunken one. Now, we get in a bathysphere with Elizabeth, and this spawned many Booker DeWitt is Andrew Ryan theories. I will deal with that in another episode, I assure you. It's very interesting, but it's not for this one. After emerging upwards, we arrive at a lighthouse, and this is where shit gets really complicated. This is the same lighthouse that you used to enter Rapture in the first BioShock, mirroring how Booker entered Columbia using a lighthouse as well. The similarities will not end here, as these are the constants that I spoke of. Elizabeth tells us that every star is another possibility, and that she now has the key to the door, a key that, until the Siphon was gone, she could not utilize or even see.
What are all these lighthouses? Why are we... Who are...
There are a million worlds. All different, all similar. Constants and variables.
What?
There's always a lighthouse. There's always a man. There's always a city.
How do you know this?
I can see them through the doors. You, me, Columbia, Songbird. But sometimes, something's different. Yet the same.
Constants and variables.
Yes.
So we step through the door and emerge into the sea of doors. She tells us of the three constants: a lighthouse, a city, and a man. For us, the lighthouse was the one we arrived at in the beginning, and the man was Booker DeWitt. The city was Columbia. However, here, right now, the lighthouses are different. They're these ones, and the city is Rapture. The contents of the three constants change. Each of these doors normally leads to a different Rapture, or can lead to a different continuum altogether.
Look.
It's us.
Not exactly. We swim in different oceans but land on the same shore. It always starts with a lighthouse.
I don't understand.
We don't need to. It'll happen all the same.
Why?
Because it does. Because it has. Because it will.
There's so many choices.
They all lead us to the same place. Where it started.
No one tells me where to go.
Booker. We've already been.
We emerge through another door and are brought to another such continuum, the one that Booker hails from. Now the man is Booker, the lighthouse is the one we entered at the beginning of BioShock Infinite, and the city is Columbia. We get a view of another Booker and Elizabeth from another reality, one in which they too have made it this far. Some people have also speculated that this represents other players in their games. She goes on to tell us that all these choices began somewhere. The three constants turned out how they did and spawned all these possibilities for the three constants from one choice. I want to bring up now that no matter which of the paths you take when walking with Elizabeth, it all results in the same ending. We arrive at another door, with a congregation of people, and a preacher, similar to the baptism that we underwent when we entered Columbia. Booker remembers being here just after his military service and wounded knee, and we set forth and take part in the baptism. But we bitch out.
Are you ready to be born again?
I am.
Do you hate your sins?
I do.
Do you hate your wickedness?
Yes.
Do you want to clean the slate, leave behind all you were before, and be born again in the blood of the
Yes.
Lamb? Jesus, wash this man clean. Father, make him
Stop
born
it.
again. Lord,
Stop it!
what
No.
are you doing to it?
Get off me! Get off!
Son!
You didn't go through with it.
Think a dunk in the river's gonna change the things I've done? Let's get out of here. Hey, these doors of yours, they're all tears, right? Well, open one up. Open one up to Paris. I want to be shut of all this.
Not until we find Comstock.
Comstock's dead!
No. He was here. This way.
We don't need Jesus. Elizabeth tells us Comstock is still out there and is in general being a bit of a mysterious bitch. So we follow her here through another door and the plot thickens something fierce by.
And what of my debts?
Bring us the girl, and wipe away the debt.
This is the man who hired me to find you.
Really?
Yes, the girl for the debt.
Robert Lutece is the man who wants the girl. The man that Booker thinks asked him to go and get Elizabeth. Well, as we begin to hear the cries of a small child, realization hits us like a brick. It was Booker's daughter that he gave over, as this is not another world but a door to the past that we have opened, and in the end, we give her over.
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
There was no baby. The deal was I go to Columbia to get you.
Booker, you're bleeding.
Oh. I remember.
Now we've upset him.
I don't expect this next bit will do much for his mood.
Come on.
What are we doing here? Comstock's dead. We can just go on with our lives. You don't need
Dead?
to...
You mean like Chen Lin? Like Lady Comstock? No. He is alive in a million worlds. It's not over because the prophet is dead. It will only be over when he never even lived in the first place.
The nosebleed tells us that these memories are not correct, and Elizabeth tells us the only way to kill Comstock across all of reality is to top the choice that changes the three constants and brings him into existence.
Hey! Hey, the deal's off, you hear me?
Unstable.
The deal is off! Give her back!
Hurry!
Give her back!
Fine, are you mad?
No, you will not get caught in between. Come!
It is uncomfortable enough as it is!
It's going to be more uncomfortable if you don't come now!
If I get caught, it's going to be a very long time before we see each other.
You will not get caught, I promise!
You can't promise me that!
We're going to lose our window!
I'll wait, thank you!
We then pass through another door to see the past unfold again. Comstock came across to our Booker's world to get Elizabeth with the aid of the Luteces' terror machine. Booker has changed his mind and wants Elizabeth, his daughter, back, and in doing so sets in motion the event that made her what she is.
Give her back, you son of a bitch!
It's ready! Go!
No!
Shut down the machine!
No!
Shut it
Anna!
down! Shut down the
Anna!
machine! Now do it!
Give me back my daughter! No! Anna! No. No. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. Anna, I'm sorry.
So that is how Elizabeth lost her finger, because Booker changed his mind. She is his daughter, and because part of her resides in another world, she can connect to other worlds and walk between them using turrets, or doors. Luteces, after Comstock tried to murder them, decide it's time to get her away from him. So they return to our Booker, open the turret, and let him through, where he creates his own memories to explain his being there.
Wipe away the dead. Bring us the girls. Wipe away the dead.
See? He's starting to put his story together.
Wipe away the
You're quite fond of this theory of yours.
He's manufacturing new memories from his old ones.
Well,
Wipe
the brain adapts.
I should know.
Bring us
I
the
lived
girl.
it.
Wipe.
Booker, wake up. Booker, wake up. This is where it started.
I sold you. I sold you.
To your credit, you did try to weasel out of the deal.
This is all Comstock's fault. What if I went back? Killed him before he did any of this?
Things get set in motion.
How would one know how far back to go?
That's the only way to do it. Go back to when he was born, and I'll smother this son of a bitch in his crib.
So we decide to kill Comstock before he's born. Booker still assuming that he is another man, unaware that he himself can become Comstock. This also explains why Elizabeth was taken. The machine made Comstock infertile, and he needed his daughter to fulfill his prophecies. So he took one from another reality, fulfilling the requirements from said prophecy in doing so. The final door reveals the truth. We are confronted by not our Elizabeth, but another. Many others. All from worlds where Comstock exists. All from worlds where we took the baptism. Booker took it and was born again. He starts a religion, uses Lutece's turret machine to see the future. His daughter will leave Columbia after he succumbs to cancer, but since the machines made him infertile, he goes to another universe and steals another one of the children that belong to an alternate reality version of him, giving Elizabeth her powers in the process. These Elizabeths are here to stop the choice, to make sure that the man is not Comstock. The city will not be Columbia. In doing so, they were never abducted, and so did not get their powers, and so can never have made it here, and as a result, one by one, they disappear from existence. Waiting until after the credits will give us one last scene, and a chance to wrap it all up. This ending is one in which Booker doesn't accept the baptism or sell his daughter, and supposedly lives with her happily ever after. However, it's never actually properly confirmed whether or not she's in the crib. There are many more things to cover. The DLC, alternate Bookers, Rapture, Luteces, Songbird, Is Booker Andrew Ryan, and many more. But that is for future videos. And as for whether it all ends happily ever after, well, that's for you to decide. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, like, share and comment. Want to get all my videos on time? Subscribe to my channel for more great content like this. Want to talk to me? The best place to do so is on my Twitter at thenthapple. If you have some feedback for the video or suggestion for your future one, please by all means leave it in the comment section below. If you want to help my channel grow, share my videos on as much social media as you can. I am quite active on Reddit, so if you want to support me there, you can find a link to my account in the description, as well as the playlist of a few other series that, if you enjoyed this, you will surely like. And I hope to see you in the next episode. And goodbye.